Good day, Team GCI. I'm Brad Alexander, and in today's GCI Market Outlook, let's take a look at Forex trading on dollar yen, Aussie dollar, gold, silver, the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, and the DAX 40. Just a reminder that these videos are intended as educational. We are only observing current market conditions, and these are not to be construed as trading advice. We can never be certain about where the markets will move, especially under the current U.S. administration. The recent tariff threats from the White House against European nations regarding the frustrated attempts to purchase Greenland have negatively affected most indices, which opened with a gap this morning. One of the worst victims was the German DAX 40, and we can see a minor bit of volatility from yesterday. We see a similar picture with the U.S. indices like the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. In fact, you will find most global indices in the same situation, like the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the Russell 2000, the CAC 40 from France, the FTSE 100 from the UK. Any good news on Greenland or tariffs should easily have investors piling back into the markets. However, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, is not backing down, but plans to speak to world leaders tomorrow in Davos at the World Economic Forum. You may see all the available indices by clicking on the cTrader Trade button and opening the indices menu. You have access to the US, European, Brazilian, Australian, Hong Kong, and Japanese markets. The green check mark indicates that the markets are open and the symbol may be traded. The yellow bars indicate that the market is closed. To get full information on an index, including opening hours, select the index, open the active symbol panel, and everything you need to know is on display. Getting back to the markets, the tariff and geopolitical uncertainty has driven price action on gold and silver to breathtaking highs. XAUUSD is now at over $4,700, and XAGUSD is now over $94. Price action may retreat a little on good news, but don't expect a crash or any permanent fall in price. As you would expect, the US dollar has taken a hit in most pairs, and here we see just how much on Aussie dollar. Last time we spotted this double top on the Australian dollar-US dollar pair, and, true to form, price action gave us a nice short trade. Of course, the current turmoil outweighed the pressure on Australian dollar, and price action broke out of this range. When we move out to the 4-hour chart, we see mixed technicals and resistance above the current price. But we need to wait to see what happens in Davos tomorrow. Also, regarding Aussie dollar, we have Australian employment news on Thursday and US GDP and PCE later in the day. Importantly for the yen, we have a Bank of Japan interest rate and monetary policy on Friday. As we can see, JPY has gone weaker still. The question is, will the Bank of Japan try to stop the slide? That's all for now. CFDs and FX are leveraged products, and your capital may be at risk.